It's World Teacher Day and the theme is sharing teachers' voices. So I'm going to share with you a poem that I created to get across my thoughts and my message when it comes to the education system, because I feel like a poem always gets the message across in a more snappy and effective way. And also, I just want to quickly say that I hope as a teacher that I can show my young people that you don't have to fit into these certain boxes. So I am very non-stereotypical when it comes to a female. I'm usually wearing trackies. I'm lucky enough that my workplace understands that I've got sensory needs, so that I'm not expected to wear, blouses and trousers and things like that. I can wear what's comfortable for me. I'm also renovating a bus that I'm turning into my home, which my students know all about. Some of them have even helped me on the bus. So they're very aware that their teacher is very different. And I think that is super, super important. The world is full of diversity and we're meant to teach inclusivity and diversity, and yet it just feels very, very contradictory. So with that being said, here's my poem.
I'm going to bring a rhyme to educational reform, paint a picture for a better schooling, a new norm. Over a decade already I've spent dedicated to educating, and despite the best efforts of some, too many we're still failing. Because what we've got now is not fit for our society. A glorified factory with no settings for variety. Let's change the goals, lose the moulds and widen the perspectives. Address our morals, new objective, broaden the perspectives. Scrap the curriculum, it's a problem, and begin with day one. Games, fun, exploration, discovering emotions, senses and how feelings are fed. Teachers there to monitor what's being done and said. Yes, it might get loud at times and it might go a bit wild, but if they're not hurting each other, let a child be a child. Allow areas to meet and retreat, an environment with choice. A place with resources to learn, find your mind and inner voice. Accommodation for these activities and during the years. Development happens and natural preference appears. For things like communication, character, style and interests. Strengths, hobbies, talents and weaknesses. Subjects explored in groups, roles and alone. Learning encouraged in a suited zone. Provide the space, the resources, real objects. VR headsets. Offer guidance, relevance and thought-provoking projects. Teachers around to observe, nurture, guide as and when necessary. Employing a natural compassion with creative ability. Youngsters discovering how to thrive, given both freedom and direction. Solving problems using both imagination and information. Chances for competition, exercise, intervention. Self-expression, invention, downtime and reflection. As they mature in mind, a little exposure and progression. Learning about the ways of society plus the harsher of life's lessons. What it takes for our future world to be safe and ways to be an addition, not a drain. And pathways to pursue ambitions using both our hands and brain. For now there exists an unwritten blueprint, and if you don't match to it or aspire, then you must be stupid. Sit down, be quiet, pay attention and listen. A system that works for no one and a recognition for submission. Every person finishing schooling at a set age, like ending a story no matter the page. It must be confusing, a career in YouTubing looks so appealing. Measures of perfection rising and social media adding to the feeling. Let loose with a head full of useless knowledge, hardly prepared and rarely equipped. No sense for business and unless blessed with the heritage, options for success limited. Our schools are contradictory and our expectations are outdated. Our ideals need questioning because adulting is overrated. We should be teaching not what to think but how to use our mind. And preaching, if anything, be proud of yourself and be kind. Happiness is found within, not a qualification or an occupation, not a person, an object, location or destination. So either education is broken or this is a society subscription, in which case the government will never listen and will never replace the system. There are so many roles to suit each unique soul, that is realistic. Humanity and society problem solved poetically sounds so simplistic.